and welcome back to Subconscious Food. In today's episode, we are talking about why it's so important for you to take responsibility for all your actions, no matter what. If you're new to the channel, Subconscious Food gives you the tools, techniques, and tips to empower you to live your most happy, fulfilled, and abundant life. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I am here to be of assistance. I am here to help you to grow, to prosper, and all that good stuff in between. Let's get straight on to the video. Now, responsibility, you may not realize it, but it's one of the most profound quantum techniques, thoughts, concepts, principles I've ever come across. It has really made me question the way that I act and the consequences for what I'm doing. It has really deep set within me the realization that I need to be more and more conscious of what I'm doing, because each and every action has a consequence. You know, the consequence may be a positive consequence to your life. It may be a not so positive consequence to your life. But the point is that when we take responsibility for our actions, we start to realize how powerful our divine light within us is, how powerful our ability to create good and harmony and balance in the world, how powerful we are and how adept we are at bringing about the light that we came in to bring when we first agreed that we would come and be here on the school of Earth. Now, my favorite diagram shows me that at a subconscious level, we're either working from memory or inspiration. And the reason why we're either working from memory or inspiration is because our subconscious stores all our very deep-rooted beliefs. And along with those beliefs, as we already know, are usually made up of many thoughts over a period of time which we believe to be true. And those thoughts tend to be from the past. It tends to be from our experiences. For example, let's say you are walking somewhere and you have a random thought pop in your head that says, walking this direction is dangerous. Now, every single time, unless you work hard, unless you work on becoming conscious of that thought pattern, if you keep repeating that thought over and over again, whether you're there or not, you will feel as if walking in that direction is dangerous, and therefore it will be reflected in your reality because you believe it to be true. Now, that thought is coming from the subconscious because it is a memory. You are recalling how you felt when you were walking in that direction and it felt dangerous. So you are acting from memory. You're not acting from inspiration. You're not receiving that divine inspiration telling you what to do next, how to resolve it, what you should do, which direction you should go. You're not being conscious to the present moment. Instead, you are thinking about a past event, a past sensation, and you're allowing those memories to replay in your subconscious, replay in your conscious up to the conscious mind, and just continue that cycle. So this is the first reason why it is so important to take responsibility for your actions. It's because it helps you to be conscious and present to the moment. When we realize and we take a step back and we start to observe ourselves, we become conscious. We realize that a thought that's going through our head, an emotion that we're feeling, is not necessarily true for us. And if it's not necessarily true for us and it doesn't align with what we wish to experience, we don't need it. There are ways to heal it, there are ways to move through it, there are ways to move past it. But when you are conscious, that's the only time that you can really accept and realize that something that does not serve you doesn't need to be there. And you can switch it up and you can change and you can move on to a thought that does serve you. So reason number one, responsibility helps us to stay present. It helps us to be mindful. It helps us to be really conscious of our thoughts and our thought patterns, and therefore our beliefs. I hear this question all the time: what's blocking my manifestation? And very simply, you're not being responsible for your actions. You're not being responsible for each and every present moment. So although at times it may seem, quite arduous to be constantly analyzing your thoughts, the more you do it, the easier it'll become. It'll become second nature when you start to observe yourself, your thoughts, your thought patterns, and it will just flow. It will just happen automatically. So it won't be this long, strung out process of stopping and pausing yourself. The more you do it, the easier it will become. And that's what I truly believe, and that's what I've experienced too, therefore. So in this giant energy soup that we're a part of, and within this giant energy soup, we've got us human beings, we've got other living beings or animals, we've got trees, flora and fauna, we're just all, the earth, the universe, we're just all part of this giant energy soup that has taken up these different forms based on what we believe to be true about ourselves and based on the laws of nature that we have agreed to exist within. Now, within this giant energy soup, I'm sure you've all heard the saying that we are one. We are all connected, and it's very, very true. We are all connected, and within this giant energy soup, we are connected via collective consciousness. Have you ever wondered why you have thought something, right? And someone else across the world has thought the same thing. You may notice this emerge in something like trends, a hairstyle, a fashion sense. You thought of wearing this in some way, somehow, someone has also thought of this. This happens with things that people go through too. If someone is going through a divorce in one country, someone else may be going through the same emotions, same thoughts, same feelings in another country. And that's because we are all attuned to one another, and we are also attuned to what we are vibrational match of. So if we're vibrating at a certain speed, at a certain rate, feeling, thinking, and being a certain way, it's very likely if you're doing the same all the way across the world, you are likely to experience similar events, similar experiences, similar things happening to you, because we're all connected. So in this giant mind that we all have, when we take responsibility for something that's within us and we heal something that's within us, let's say, for example, we heal a big heartbreak. It could be a grievance, it could be a relationship loss, it could be anything at all, but we feel immense pain in our heart. When we truly take responsibility for all of that pain, when we accept that pain, when we accept that we are experiencing this pain and that we are going to take responsibility for everything that this pain has accounted to, no matter what, we take responsibility for our actions wholeheartedly. And because we are part of this giant energy soup, when we heal that part of us, when we take responsibility for it, we actually heal everyone else, everyone and everything that was also experiencing that pain. You set up like a template in the ether. You set up a template in your Akash for that healing to occur and for that healing to happen as part of being a co-creator. So you are getting that help from divine. You are petitioning up to the divine when you take full responsibility. So that's reason number 2. When we take full responsibility for everything that's going on within us, we are able to not only heal ourselves, but others too. Now, this is a very quantum principle. This is a very quantum concept. And even if you don't understand it right away, you will understand it in time, I promise you. Reason number 3, why we should take responsibility. Everyone out there is a projection of what we think. The house that we live in, the food that we eat, the car that we drive, the transport that we take, the experiences and relationships we have with others around us is all a direct reflection of what we think about ourselves. It's all a direct reflection on the story that we tell ourselves about ourselves. This is something that I'm very passionate about. Really understanding that everything is a direct manifestation of what we believe to be true. And the only way that we're able to move from one manifestation, so one view of an external reality, to another, is when we take responsibility. And by taking responsibility for what we see in our lives, we're able to accept what we see, and we're able to start to make the changes. When you're in denial about why you have a bad relationship with someone, then you're not able to accept the situation and be present to the moment. You're not able to understand your responsibility that you have with that situation. You're not able to really heal that part of you because you haven't accepted that that is a direct reflection of the story you're telling yourself about yourself. So therefore, you're unable to make any changes. You're unable to do the shifting that we love to talk about in the law of attraction. You're unable to raise your vibration, another thing that we love to talk about with the law of attraction. So that's the third reason. Responsibility will help you to improve all areas of your life because you will accept everything as it is. You will understand that you have a direct responsibility for everything that happens in your life, and you'll be able to make changes as appropriate. It has been an honor and a pleasure to share this information with you. As I said earlier, if you haven't already subscribed, do go ahead, click the subscribe button to support me in helping empower more and more and more people to live happy, fulfilled and abundant lives. I'm so grateful for all of your support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the comments. Please keep them coming in. I can't wait to hear what you thought about this video. Until next time, namaste. Bye.